Gene Thorpe, Little Red Rooster TV, and I wanted to talk a little bit about why I do these history things. And I'm going to start doing kind of a history of the different companies. I've been talking about Shure, I've been talking about JBL, I talk about Altec, Lansing, and various different things. And today I want to kind of talk about Yamaha, but I also want to talk about why I do it. And the reason why I think that I do it is because music is more of it's an art. And I think everything that you have around you, if you really believe in it, like see if I am standing in my studio and I'm sitting here with a Les Paul guitar that's made in Memphis, Tennessee on a press that presses the metal that came from 1941, that it's really cool. It gives me kind of like, I look at it and I say, wow, I want to play that, or I want to hang with that. So one of the companies that really has impressed me, and when I was young, I started out playing the drums. So I had an American Slingerland drum set, and I played in bands, and the guys had Gretsch guitars and Fender guitars and, Gibson guitars and that kind of thing. And I met this kind of nephew of a serviceman who had this little Yamaha guitar, and it was from the 50s, and somehow I wound up with it. I bought it, and that guitar really taught me how to play the guitar. An instrument, if it's right, it makes you want to pick it up, or people say this, some people even say it makes you want to write a song, or even has a song in it. So I think the equipment that you use kind of goes back to the character and the metal of the company. And I've always asked people, well, who started your company in that? So Yamaha, it was started in 1897. And I'll tell you how it was started. There was a guy who was a tinkerer. He was kind of like Henry Ford of Japan. His name was Yamaha. They pronounce it differently. Took Amera. In fact, watch this. Let's go right over here. I'll tell you, I'm really happy with how this thing is working. We're going to pronounce his name. Let's see if we can make it work.
Torakusu Yamaha.
Okay, I'm going to do it again.
Torakusu Yamaha.
Torakusu Yamaha. Now, I don't know how they're saying it, but we today call it Yamaha. And a couple of weeks ago, about a month ago, we did a video on tuning a guitar. So this is really an interesting thing. So he was called on to, because he was a tinkerer, to fix an organ that came from Europe, an electronic organ. And no, it was actually a reed organ, because back in those days, 1897, you pedaled it, and that's how they made them. And he was able to repair it, and then rapidly he went into the manufacturing of these organs. So 1897 he started making these organs. By 1900 he was making pianos. So he's the biggest piano company in the world today. The Yamaha company does $430 billion a year. They have almost 50 companies inside. They make motorcycles, boats, every single thing. But their heart was in the musical instruments. So in 1900 started the piano company. Then they went into making violins and teaching. In the 40s, they started making guitars. And then in the 60s, they started making wind instruments and drums and all of that. And today, their stuff is about as good as it gets. The keyboards that they make today are the finest. I've had so many Yamahas and I love them. You can always depend on them, and it's a great company. When you are surrounded with that kind of dependability and that kind of integrity, character of the company, in every bit of equipment that you have, you're going to probably succeed. And if you learn about that kind of stuff, I just think it's good. Some people don't care, but hopefully the people that come to our channel do care. And so this is Gene Thorpe, Little Red Rooster TV. Don't forget to subscribe, ring the bell, signing out.